Welcome back. Before this lesson is over, I will have removed the service account credential JSON file again. That's kind of why I have not uploaded it to GitHub. But I want to kind of show you guys, I want to keep it in here for now because you guys might need this later if, for instance, you need to make public signing. I don't need that in my application. So I'm going to change the code this lesson. I'm going to change it so it doesn't have a lot of information I don't need. And then I'm going to remove this guy in the end. No, actually, let's start out. It's gone. Right? I don't need that because there's something in the code that I don't need anymore, and that's actually the public signing. So let's just have a look at what we're actually doing right here. I'll just scrolling down and I'll just start reading this line by line and just have an overview about what's actually going on. Now, first of all, you can read this. It's pretty much saying when an image is uploaded to a storage bucket, we generate a thumbnail automatically using image magic, right? So we're using something called image magic. Image magic is a pretty powerful thing. Let me just try and find it here for you because I want to show you guys. It's something that's used for actually converting images, and it's open source. So go and read about it. You can do a lot of awesome things with image magic, and the cool thing is this is already installed on the function server, so you can start using a lot of these ways of manipulating images right out of the box. So we're using that. We're using this image magic inside our application, right? Sweet. So that's what we're using to kind of convert the images. Now, after the thumbnail has been generated and uploaded to file storage, that's what we want. We write the public URL to Firebase real-time database. I don't want that. I don't want that. So I need to kind of remove this part of the setup right here because we don't want to end up writing something to the real-time database. So let me just get rid of that. And let's just try and clean it up as we move through the code, right? Now I've just added the if statement right here again to say I only want to do this for album files. I just packed all the code inside that if statement right here, easy stuff. Now what do? Well, first we set up some directories, right? Some files and some directories, some temp directories and some files for the entire setup. Some of it is for the actual file we're uploading, some of it is for the temp file to kind of generate this new thumbnail, and some of it is for kind of storing a local version of the actual file we want to upload to Firebase. So that's kind of creating a lot of files right here. Then we're going to figure out some specific if statements. First of all, well, if this is not an image, don't do anything. Secondly, if this is already created as a thumbnail before, don't try and make another thumbnail, right? So then we start actually getting some of the information from actual Firebase storage. We start getting the file right here. Here we get the actual file that we want to convert. And then we're going to get a thumb file, which is going to be the thumbnail file that we're going to save later. We're going to set some metadata, which is just going to be the content type. You could put more stuff in here. And then we're going to start doing some things. We're going to make some local directories right here. And then we're going to use the then keyword to say when it's done, then start downloading the temp local file. Let's just have a look what that actually was. Temp local file right here. That's just a temp directory for a specific file, which is currently the file we just uploaded. Sweet. So now we have that file available. We download that file. And then we get that file right here. And we are going to make a spawn right here. Now what's a spawn? Well, it's something that's from child process promises. What's that about? Well, just go and Google it, man. Go and Google it. A child process spawn is pretty much just a way for us to, the child process spawns method spawns a new process using the given command. So it's a way for us to tell Node that we need to start another process here that can kind of start generating this image, and we call the convert function. And then we kind of create an output with the thumbnail image right here. So we're converting using image magic, we're converting the temp local file, a copy of the file we have on file storage, into something called the file name / thumbnail, and with this height and width, right? That's all we're doing. It's pretty simple stuff. And then we're going to put it into a local thumbnail file that we can then save later. Okay, then when we're done actually doing this, then we want a console log that we created the thumbnail, sweet, and then we're going to upload the thumbnail to the actual thumbnail path, right? So we have that available as well. Where do we want to put the actual thumbnail right here? So we're going to upload that now. Yay! And then when we're done doing that, we're actually going to do some cleanup. Once the image is uploaded, delete local files, clean up everything, and then we start doing something with signing thumbnails. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that at all. So we're going to just remove this, and then we're going to just do a console log. I'm just going to steal this guy right here. I'm just going to say thumbnail uploaded. Something like that. Very simple stuff. And then I'm going to remove the entire remaining if statements right here, just to kind of wrap everything up And that's all I had to do. Now I've cleaned everything up. I've cleaned most of my code, and now I should actually have something a bit better compared to what I wanted, because I did not want to write anything to the real database. I didn't want to write and release public versions of my images, because this is going to be a private file storage system, right, for me only. So I don't want to share it with the world. That's kind of why I could now remove this information, but I still feel it's okay that you guys know that you can actually still add signed URL if you want to later, and you can share images with everybody who you want to share them with. So we're just uploading this now. Let's see if it actually runs. Back on Firebase, under albums file, I cleaned up everything, and I'm going to add this image again. Hopefully it'll actually still update it, but I just won't get all the other information that we talked about. I just removed, so it won't write anything to my database, and that's perfect. So now here we have the thumbnail, 7 kilobytes, seems to be showing up perfectly, and we have the other one right here. There we go. Now let's just jump into the functions. Let's just open the logs right here, jumping into view logs, and there we go, generated a thumbnail at the current time. Everything looks hunky-dory. That's it for this lesson. Now you guys just saw us cleaning up the code a little bit and making it more into our code. See you next time. Have fun.